playoffs? Chris, what's up, man? Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Megan, go ahead.
Vince, congratulations.
Thank you, Megan.
The day is finally here. What are the thoughts, emotions just going through your head as you get ready to see your number hang up in the rafters?
Excitement. Well, how you doing, Frank? I see you over there. Excitement, nerves, just positive energy. I think that's what it is.
I know you've had a chance to celebrate these last couple of days of different events, and you've gotten a chance to see a lot of your former teammates. Your family is here. What has it been like just to catch up with them and also see your family, have a moment all together?
It's been cool because, I talk with Bobby a little bit. I see Devin every so often. I haven't seen Antoine actually in a while. And, for those who were around, when Antoine got here, that was my guy. He was my rookie. I think I did a good job. And then Bobby, we hang out a lot when we see each other. But I haven't seen both Sean and the Nad in years. So it's just great to see those guys, flying from where they are, where they were, and to be here is like truly special. And of course, I saw Rod earlier this morning, and I just have to laugh, man. Rod just makes me laugh. It's just good times with him. So I can't wait to see. I know Ed Stefanski's here. Who else? Talking with Buck Williams a couple of days. It's like it's weird seeing Buck Williams. I didn't fanboy, but it just took me back to a memory. My first couple times in the arena. So of course, when I first got here, I was injured. But my first couple times in the arena, I remember obviously looking up there. I don't know. I always like to admire the arenas and what's up there, jerseys. And I'm pretty sure I've said, man, I'd love to see my jersey up there. I definitely know I said that in Carolina, with all the history in Carolina. But I'm pretty sure I probably said it before. But I just remember always seeing, 52 up there, and obviously that other guy who I kind of admire as well, seeing those guys up there night in, night out, and I would always just glance up there. So really meeting Buck. I think we crossed paths in his last years, in my early years, but just getting to see him, and it's always cool when guys like that say welcome to the club.
There were a lot of, I guess, moments and memories that you had while you were playing here, a lot of them high flying. But I'm curious if you could pick one in your mind, whether it's a dunk or a play or just a moment even off of the court in your mind that you take with you closest to your heart as a favorite memory of your time here.
There's two more. It's two.
Two then.
And the first one is my first game that I was able to play. J-Kid throwing the lob too darn high, and me trying to catch it. Like I always talk about it, and I always remember that. And him saying he just wanted to test the waters and see what we're working with. And I was crazy enough to. I told him before, like it's one thing to tell somebody, yet sometimes you just got to show them. And you throw it, I'm gonna try. I'm at least I'm gonna make an attempt, and I think that set the tone for some great years. And then, obviously, the Alonzo Morning dunk is often talked about. I remember more than anything after the dunk happened, glancing at the bench, and my college teammate, Jeff McGinnis, acting the fool over there. And inside, I had the mean mug face, and, it felt so good, but inside, like, I was laughing. And then my good buddy Shaq, who wasn't on the court, who probably would have been the guy there, and if you know the story about Shaq and I, in my Toronto days, and I tried to dunk him, he laid me out. So I'm thankful he wasn't up there because that wouldn't be a play in history. But looking at him and hearing him say that was his teammate, but he had a good chuckle himself. So those are the two that stick out amongst a lot of other plays I definitely could talk about.
Vince, Chris, over here.
Hi, Chris, man. What's up, man?
Congrats.
Congrats on the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
You had a level of fame before you came to New Jersey. But how did your time with this franchise solidify your place in the Hall of Fame, do you think?
A lot of it goes to Jason Kidd. And I got to get El Frank some love too. But I think, like I said, after that lob, him knowing that I was willing to do whatever, after the game winner in Toronto, off the handoff, like just, if he didn't know, he learned that I was not afraid of the moment. I wasn't afraid to fail. When I did, I wanted more. I wanted the opportunity again. And L. Frank understanding what he had and how to put it together. And trusted me, because let me tell you, L. Frank, there's another memory. You asked me about memory. This is another memory I remember is L. Frank always, well, he comes up to me one day. I played a couple of games, and he's like, you know, L, he always has a pen in his hand, and it's always pen marks all over his hand, sometimes on his face. And he's like, hey, Vince, man, let me talk to you for a second. I was like, what's up, L? What'd I do? He's like, I really want to tell you to stop shooting that damn three-point shot from that far. But your percentages are pretty good. So I'm going to let you, because I actually see you practice it. And then from then on, further back and further back and further back. But I just felt comfortable in the moment, and I was not afraid of those moments. And then it got worse because of a guy named Jason Kidd who wasn't afraid of any pass in the game. He didn't care about a turnover because he probably had, well, there's no problem, he had more assists than turnovers. And we started to work together, and I started to understand, like, well, we just started to figure out. It's like, he's on the fast break. If I can't catch up, well, guess who's wheeling around for the deep three? And it was a weapon. And, I mean, it's used today, now, but it was used in yesteryears as well.
There's a few of us in this room who were here your whole career.
I heard them. You were.
And we've been through some hard times too,
Yes.
big-time fans of this franchise. So how would you sum up your time in New Jersey, being that it's one of the high points in the franchise's history?
How do you sum it up? New life. It was new life. The crazy thing about that is that I was criticized for it. And it was strange because it's like, you know, my role in Toronto was just give me the ball. I can get you a bucket. I didn't mind having to work hard to get a bucket. And then when I got here, I mean, that's all I knew. But then you have a guy who makes the game easier for you, and Jason Kidd. So you've heard me say it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll always say it. Like, you mean all I have to do now is just put the ball in the basket? I don't have to run around. I don't have to dribble around unless I need to. Oh, that's easy. That's second nature. That's what we all do. So he just took my game. He made the game easier for me. And I felt and then once I got comfortable in that role, I wanted to make the game easier for him. And it was amazing, and I didn't realize it while playing with him. I mean, he's such a great three-point shooter, and you know, he was amongst the best in history, which surprises people. But he now wanted to use that as a weapon. So we'd come down the court sometimes. He's like, "No, you run offense." Forwards out. He's like, "No, you run offense." Forwards out 15, whatever the case, pick and roll. No, let's put you in the pick and roll. They got a WT. Just make the right read. And I did, you know, learning from him. So I think new life that turned into great opportunities. And I never realized the franchise record. I didn't pay attention to it. I just went out and did my job and had a darn good time doing it.
Hey, Vince, here in the center. Not sure how much you